So you've decided to rip out that old floor and replace it with new tile. Nice choice. It may seem like a difficult job, but it's so easy, a monkey could do it. Let me show you how. So today, we're going to show you how to lay out and set your tile, grout your tile, and then we're going to show you how to put some finishing touches on your new floor. We've already taken off the trim, removed the toilet, and pulled up our old outdated tile. We've installed a cement backer board according to the manufacturer's instructions and patched the seams with an alkali resistant tape. Now we're ready to lay out our tile. So now we're working on our layout, and it's better to have a plan than to make it up as you go along. What we're going to do now is a dry layout, and we're going to start at the tub with a full tile and work our way out. In this layout, I've decided to start with a full tile on the tub and a full tile at the wall. It's more pleasing to the eye when you walk in to see full tiles and when you're on your thinking chair. So when you're doing your layout, you want to make sure you have room for your grout joints. We're going to have an 1/8 inch grout joint, so we're going to use an 1/8 inch tile spacer. Where are my spacers? Thanks. So I've laid out my tile across the tub up against the wall, and this tile doesn't fit. So I'm going to mark it, and we can take it out to the wet saw and cut it so it'll fit the space. With any tile installation, you're going to need to mark tiles and cut them to fit a space. This installation, we're going to need to cut around the toilet, around the cabinets, and the heat register. So I've got a couple tiles marked, one for the wall, one for the toilet, and we're going to cut these on the wet saw that I rented at my local Lowe's. Now we're ready to set our tile. Remember, not all tiles are created equal. Different tiles require different adhesives. Today we're going to use TEC Skill Set Total Flex Mortar. So now we're going to mix the mortar following the manufacturer's instructions. So now I'm ready to apply my mortar. I'm going to start with the flat side of the trowel first and make sure I get good coverage on my substrate. So now I'm going to use the notch side of the trowel and spread the mortar out. So now we're ready to set our tile. Remember when you're setting your tiles to leave a gap around the perimeter, especially at the tub. Now when you set your tiles, you want all your mortar going in one direction. Once you put the tile in the mortar, you want to wiggle it. If your trowel ridges go north to south, you want to move the tile east to west. Every so often, you should lift the tile and check the coverage on the back. Make sure you're getting good coverage on the back of your tile. This one looks pretty good, so we're going to keep going. Now that our mortar's dry, everything's set, we're going to remove our spacers and go mix our grout. Today we're using TEC Skill Set DesignColor Grout. It's a tintable grout only available at Lowe's, and it's offered in over 100 colors. We purchased our DesignColor grout base and 2 tint cups to create our color. I'm going to mix our grout with Grout Boost grout additive in place of water, which will make our grout stain proof. Now we're going to add our tint cups to our Grout Boost. Now that those are mixed, we're going to add our grout base. I'm gonna mix this for 2 minutes, let it set for 10, and then remix it for 1. So now we're ready to apply our grout. So when you're applying your grout, you want to make sure you push it in tight in all the joints. Make sure they're filled all the way to the top. After you've got the grout joints packed in tight, you want to put your grout float on a 90-degree angle and come across the tile at a 45-degree angle and scrape off your excess. One thing you want to remember when grouting, you don't want to fill up the space between the wall and the tile and the tub. We're going to caulk those in later. Once you've scraped off your excess, you want to wait until it doesn't transfer to your finger anymore before you start cleaning it up with water. You want to wring out your sponge real good. You don't need a lot of water to clean it up. So get most of the water out if you can. You want to keep your sponge flat and do a circular motion. And that's going to smooth out your grout and clean the excess off the tile. Now that we've got the grout all smoothed out, we're going to take our sponge flat on a 45-degree angle to the grout joints and come across the tile. Flip it over and do it again. So now that we've let our grout dry and cure, we're going to caulk around the base of the tub. Now I'm wiping the excess caulk off and making sure it's pushed into the joint. So this is my favorite part of the whole job, the end. Tile looks great, and in 24 hours it'll be ready for all sorts of foot traffic. If you can't afford to have your bathroom out of commission for 24 hours, we do have other products that dry faster so you can be back in business the same day. If you want additional information on any of the products you saw used in this video, head on over to TECSkillset.com and check out the website. I'm out of here.